Hi, I'm Kris, and I'll be your English teacher for today. Today's lesson is A House for a Cat. This is my cat. His name is Sam. I have 6 cats, so I know how to make a nice home for cats. It has to be a home that's safe for them, but that also has a lot of space so that they can do all the stuff that they want to do.
In this lesson, I am going to show you some of the ways you can get your house ready for a pet cat.
First, and most importantly, what kind of food does a cat eat? Well, a cat likes to eat cat food. Big bags of cat food are sold at the store. Some cats, like my pet cat Ruby, eat a special kind of food because his food has medicine in it, and this medicine helps heal him when he is sick. It is best to make sure that each cat food meets your cat's needs, so that way your happy cat can come along and eat the food. Well, that explains the food. But I'm thirsty. What do I drink? Well, cat, there are many things that cats like to drink. If you want to give your cat a drink, then I would consider giving them water. Water is the healthiest kind of drink that a cat can have. Just make sure that the water is safe for the cat to drink. Make sure that it doesn't have any kind of bacteria, chemicals, or pollution in it. You could buy purified water if you don't know whether your own water is safe. There are some pet owners who give their cats milk. Yeah, cats really like milk, but it's not as healthy for them as water is. That's better. Thank you. There are some pet owners who let their cats wander around outside. After all, cats are animals. But it's not safe for cats outside because there are some animals that can eat cats, and they can also be hit by cars. So it is best if you leave your pet cat indoors for all its life so that it will be safe. Now you might be wondering, if the cat is left inside, where will it use the bathroom? That's why we must buy litter, because the cat uses the bathroom in a litter box. It is a cat's instinct to bury it when it uses the bathroom, and a litter box allows it to dig and bury it when they use the bathroom. Okay? Everyone knows that cats enjoy chasing mice and rats. Well, you might think it is fun to let your cat do these things. There are 3 reasons why you should not let them. He could get hurt. That's right, mice and rats, they can bite. They can bite your cat and hurt him that way. Or the rat and mice, they can carry diseases. You do not want your cat to get sick by chasing mice and rats that could maybe give them a disease. Then you would have to take your cat to the animal doctor. And lastly, he does not care. That's right, your cat might not care about chasing mice and rats. Some just do not like it. Others are actually afraid of mice and rats for some reason. And that would allow these animals to do more damage to your house because the cat is not taking care of them. And if your cat does not seem like he cares much for chasing mice, then consider buying something like a mouse trap, and then you will not have the problem of mice and rats destroying everything. Something that you will have to determine before you decide to get a cat is whether your other pets will get along with the cat. Mickey, my chinchilla,
does not like other animals at all. She doesn't like anything. The only person she likes is me. She does not like cats. She does not even like other chinchillas. She is a lonely animal, but I have to keep my cat away from Mickey. At least Mickey lives in a cage, so I can have her in my bedroom as long as I close the door to my bedroom and prevent the cat from seeing Mickey and prevent Mickey from seeing the cats. Because if she sees them, she will be very angry because she does not get along well with cats. So you should always make sure that your pets get along with each other before getting a cat. And you should consider whether your pets will like this new cat, and also whether this new cat will like your pets. And if you think that there might be a problem between your animals, then you should make sure that you have some kind of plan in case they don't like each other. Okay?
Now, another thing you will have to do if you decide that you want to adopt a cat is say goodbye to your chairs. That's right, cats love to scratch all the couches, the beds, everything. They have to sharpen their claws. By scratching the couch, it also helps to remove old claws so that the new ones can grow in. It's kind of like how we cut our nails almost. That is what the cat is doing, but it is also sharpening its claws so that they will be more useful and they will help the cat walk and grasp things more easily. Now, it is possible to keep the cat in certain rooms so that it will not damage as much furniture. However, they will scratch everything from beds, mattresses, to computer chairs, couches, rocking chairs, carpet, everything. Quilts, everything. They will scratch all of it. It's because they have to, in order to keep their claws up to standard, so to speak. Okay? So if you don't want your furniture to be ruined by the cat, then it is best to simply adopt a different pet who will not damage your furniture so. And if you want this in your life, then you have to say goodbye to these plants. Why is that? That's because a cat is what we call a carnivore. That word means they eat meat and not plants. Now, a cat can eat some tiny amounts of grass and not get sick. But plants will make a cat very sick because all plants have some kind of toxin in them, some kind of poison. Now, if we eat these plants, we might not always be hurt by the poison. But cats are different from us. They almost always will be hurt by eating a plant because plants are not what they are supposed to eat. They are not built to eat plants. They just don't have the ability to eat them like we have. So if you have any house plants, I don't care how beautiful they look, you're going to have to move them away from the cat. Maybe move your plants outside if they can stand the sun, or move them into a room into which the cat cannot get. In my bedroom, I keep many plants, but that's because I do not let the cats in here. So the cats are not able to eat my plants. So the cats stay happy and healthy. If you want to keep your cat healthy and you want to keep your cat happy, there is one piece of advice that I can give you that is probably more important than all of the others, and that is keep everything clean. That means replace the litter and wipe the litter box clean after they have used it a few times, and make sure you replace the sand whenever they have used it a few times. Even if it is not time to clean out the entire box, you could at least get a small shovel or scoop or a spade or something you can use to carry out the dirty sand, and you can put it in a plastic bag and just throw it in the garbage. And then once you have done this a few times, then you should take the box outside and clean the whole box out and then put fresh sand in it. The water bowl, it needs to be cleaned out as well every few days. It needs to be wiped down just like any other dish. Make sure that you soak it well and wash all of the soap off of it as well and give it time. Dish as well. You also want to scrub out the food dish and then rinse away all of the soap. And make sure you give it time to dry before you put any food in it. Consider getting another already clean bowl to use for the food while you wait for the first bowl to dry. Why? Because if you put food in a wet bowl, then bacteria will grow on it. And when bacteria will grow on it, then your cat will get sick. And you probably do not want your cute pet to get sick. So, if you don't want your cat scratching all of your stuff, then one solution you might want to consider. Think about buying a scratching post. Now, a scratching post is supposed to be something that the cat can use for sharpening its claws for scratching. But there's a problem. Even when you buy a scratching post, there is still a chance that your cat, like ours, will scratch your chairs and your beds and everything instead of the scratching post. We even took our scratching post and placed it right against the bed where they had been scratching. And instead of scratching the scratching post, they moved next to it and kept scratching the bed. So, it's up to you to decide whether you want to buy a scratching post if you notice your cat is scratching everything up. But do not always count on them to work, because not all cats want to use them. Some just want to scratch wherever they feel like scratching. And again, if you're not okay with that, then you might want to consider adopting a different pet that won't scratch up everything in your house. One problem that cats get are their toenails. They have sharp claws that grow and grow, so we have to clip their nails from time to time. How do we clip their nails in a way that is safe? We do not want to clip the nail here because there is a blood vessel. And if we cut that, the cat will be very hurt. No, it is better to clip the nail here. That way, it will not be getting caught on things. We have one cat whose nails need to be clipped very often because they grow fast. And the problem with that is he gets caught in many things like carpets, chairs, anything with soft material. And so it's always best to keep their claws clipped down so that they do not hurt themselves. Because if their toenail gets stuck, they might end up twisting their legs or even breaking some of their bones by trying to get loose. Because cats do not always understand how to get their claws out of the couch or the carpet, wherever they're stuck. They do not always know how to get their claws out of it easily, and that can cause them to get hurt. Okay? If you get a cat, then you should make sure that your entire house is safe for the cat. You have to be smart about things. See this candle. Notice how it is on the edge of the desk. If you have a cat, the cat might come along and push the candle off.
and then the candle could break and maybe set the whole house on fire. So just be very careful. Always watch things like candles and make sure that someone is there always in case the cat accidentally does something like knocks the candle over, or if there are many plugs, cords, make sure that the cat does not get hurt on them or get tangled in them. Make sure that the cat doesn't eat any plants, because they will eat plants. They can also get into other hazards. Like this fluid here is very poisonous to cats. So it is good to make sure that the cat does not get into it. Okay? Just make sure everything in the house is safe for your cat, and then you won't have any problems.
If there's one last thing I can say about owning a pet, whether it's a cat or any other kind of animal, is that you should always treat it with love and kindness, and that way you will always have a good friend. See you next time.